is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
From your PHLV Radio family, Merry Christmas and all the best in the coming year.
Merry Christmas from your friends at PHLV Radio.
This is PHLV Radio Las Vegas, The Monitor, looking globally at the periscope of the latest situations amid the COVID-19 pandemic. PHLV Radio Las Vegas, The Monitor.
Mga kababayang walang kaba, minsan pa pong bumabalik sa inyong mga tahanan at sa himpapawid sa iba't ibang sulok po naman ng sanlibutan. Dito po naman sa PHLV Radio ng Las Vegas. Mga kababayang walang kabait, ito po ang inyong The Monitor ng PHLV Radio. Kami po'y lumalabas at nagbibigay pugay po naman sa mga Pilipino, especially sa atin po namang mga kababayang walang kaba all over the world, yung pong mga frontliners natin, yung pa mga nagtatrabaho po naman as OFW, Middle East, Singapore, Hong Kong, at ibang-ibang lalawigan po ng PHLV and sa Pilipinas. Dito po sa ating The Monitor. Sa pagkakataong ito po, ang The Monitor ay dadalaw po sa California. And ang ating po namang special guest, member po ng International League of Broadcasters, and siya po matabil. Marami po kami na panahon na samahan, especially in Glendale, in California, in Los Angeles, here in the mainland America. By the way, inyo po ang inyong abang lingkod, Rex Ricarte po. Nasa unang singkad po tayo, broadcasting from Las Vegas to Apari to Hulo, Philippines, and all over the world. Lagi pong lumalagablab ang PHLV Radio The Monitor na nagbubuhat po naman sa Las Vegas, Nevada. Mga kababayang walang kaba, please welcome ang ating po namang kasambahay, broadcasting from Los Angeles, California. Walang iba kundi si Ginoong Paul Mirador. Paul?
Present. I'm just Googling Matabil. What is that?
Matabil is a glib talker and as a salesman, sa ating salitang lokal sa Tagalog. Kasi alam ko, you're a salesman. Nagkasama tayo for years in LA. Ang galing mo. Pati yung mga presentation mo sa mga iba't ibang seminar on real estate before and sa finance, di ba? Paul, go ahead.
And actually everyone has been in sales since they were a child.
Yeah.
And, they start negotiating with their parents if they want something.
Yeah.
And when they become a teenager, they say, you know what, I'll mow the lawn for $5. That kind of thing, right? Everybody's been a salesman since they were born, So
Yep. I know that. Yeah, we're happy to have you here, Paul, again. By the way, Paul, kindly introduce yourself to the audience, The Monitor. Kasi, alam mo, ang daming Pilipino kasi na entrepreneur. So, you are one of them, which I appreciated so much kasi wala kang humpay na you've been doing a lot of business activities and, entrepreneurial activities, especially in Los Angeles. Paul?
Well, Rex, that's what we call serialpreneurs, right?
Oh, okay.
So, Filipinos mostly are known for having multiple stream of income,
Right.
You know, you may be a nurse during a day, but you're an Uber driver at night. You know, so there's a lot of what we call a side gigs, right? That people do, especially now in this economy, and this pandemic just limits our source of income.
Right.
So with that, we have to be more creative in what we look into and how we can bring income in. So just to give you a recap on I know what we talked about before, and to introduce myself, my name is Paul Mirador, and I've been in the financial industry for over 35 years. I've been a loan officer when I was 19 years old. I mean, for about 15 years of being a loan officer. I got into real estate, but for 14, 15 years plus of that.
Rain or shine.
Right, exactly. So, and then I've got insurance. I got into insurance, life insurance, health insurance, and so on. So I've been in the financial industry for over, 35 years, 30 plus years. But because, of the pandemic and because of the what we're going through, life changes and everything, and a couple, actually, before I go into that, a couple years ago, I was elected to be the president of the Phil-Am Chamber of Commerce of Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah.
Right. So, that was pretty, when we're doing a lot of activities, events, and so on. I even gave Apple the App a humanitarian award for the year 2019. So my term ended, and back in October, a couple of months ago, and now I had freed up more of my time to focus on other things. So I didn't go back to real estate. I didn't go back to doing loans. That's kind of like on the side, not doing as much, not doing pretty much, haven't done any for the past 2 years because being the president of Philip Chamber of Commerce of Hollywood took a lot of time. Now I see an opportunity to help a lot of people, especially the Filipinos in the Philippines.
That's very noble, very noble.
And what what we're building right now, we're currently building this. We're building a network. It's called the Filipino Shopping Network, and you can look that up on the website or Facebook or Instagram, FilipinoShoppingNetwork.com. And what that is basically, it's like an Amazon. It's like a storefront, right? But online. And we're looking to buy products from the Philippines, get them shipped to the U.S., to L.A. I will put them in a storage. I'll put them in a warehouse, and keep them there. And basically, once we have them all of the products, all the inventory, we're going to sell it online, on social media, and we're also going to have like a QVC home shopping network kind of style. We're going to go on social media live. At first, it's going to be pre-recorded, but eventually it's going to go live. And once we have enough product, and we're going to be pitching made in the Philippine products by people in the Philippines who are affected by the typhoons. Businesses closed down. The store, retail store closed down, but they still have some products. You want to support them and help them sell their products, right? Indigenous people in the Philippines, the tribes, the tribal provinces, and so on. So we want to buy some weave baskets, abaca baskets, and handbags and home decor. We're gonna be getting some good stuff. I mean, I'm talking about like Pier 1, Pottery Barn, World Market type of products, right? So something that you can wear, apparel, something that you can use as practical for home decor and other things. And so we're going to be gathering the first quarter of next year. We're going to be online. We're going to be opening the store, and we're right now we're just trying to hand select the products that we're buying, and we're opening this up to investors as well. So If anybody wants to invest, the minimum investment is $500 to get in, and with the increments of $250. So it's $500 if you can afford it, $750, $1,000, $1,250, $1,500. Where your money goes to is to buy more products, because the more you buy, it's cheaper. It's a bulk sale, right? And it's also going to help us with the shipping costs, the licenses, the permits, and all those kind of things, because we're going to be in a shared container until eventually down the road we can fill up a full container. But this will allow us to get the shipping done faster and get the products here in the U.S. a lot sooner. By doing so, it's going to be, right now, if you buy a product from the Philippines, if you buy direct, it's a cheap product, affordable product, I mean, but the problem is the shipping cost. It costs about 2-3 times more than the product itself.
Expensive.
And it will take about 45 days to 60 days before you get your product. Now, if we already had the products here in LA, you're only going to have to wait less than a week, 5 to 7 days, and we'll ship them to you. So,
Paul, I remember when I was still in Cebu, I used to make mga yung bang table mats
yes,
out of different materials, sa nyug, yung sa coconut tree, and then different materials out of bamboo, and different materials out of different Philippine grass. Yung bang, alam mo, ang bamboo naman is considered grass, di ba?
right. Yeah, those are the sort of materials and products that we're going to be buying. From jewelry, apparel to home decor. And once we have enough, we're going to apply for a permit to bring in food, because that's another FDA licensing and permits and all that kind of thing. So, but right now, we're just going to focus on the apparel, jewelry,
apparel, jewelry, and decorations, you mean?
Yeah, and whatever use you may have in the kitchen and so on. Yeah. So the investors basically, if they want to chip in, there's no limit to how much you want to put in, and your return on investment is that it's called a profit sharing. So whatever we make, whatever sales we make in that month, you will get a quarterly profit sharing percentage.
This is actually a good news for the exporters in Manila, in Visayas, Cebu, and Mindanao, that they have been moving for the past few years. Kasi I think the export industry really flopped for the past few years. Kaya this is a good opportunity now that Los Angeles created this kind of concept wherein the exporters can again be able to communicate with the website that you presented a while back, Paul.
Right. So basically, again, this is just the structure that we're putting together. So if you go to the website right now, there's not a whole lot of products there yet, but we are handpicking the products that we want to upload and sell, and we want to make sure that these items are going to sell to the best interest of the investors, right? So with the investors, they're going to get a return of their investment on a shared profit by a percentage of amount that they put in. So that's just one thing. The second part to this is that it's not limited. It's not only made in the Philippine products, but also made by Filipinos anywhere in the world. So, for example, if you're a Filipino in New York or Canada or Australia, wherever you are, and you created a product, say a headband or a jewelry made by Filipino products, can be sold on this hub, this portal, basically, right, on the Filipino shopping network, and anybody buys from site, It'll be go directly to the supplier, the producer, and they'll be able to ship them out from wherever they are. It's called drop ship.
Wow. Okay.
Right? So like I said, imagine that the product is made by the Filipinos in the Philippines and made by Filipinos anywhere in the world.
Abroad.
It's gonna be pitched in on social media. We can go live like a QVC home shopping network style. We're gonna have an online digital catalog. So we're gonna have a lot of different ways of distributing this. It's like I said, like an Amazon, but made in the Philippines for anyone who wants to buy a Filipino product.
Right. So the Filipinos abroad, like here in mainland America, or in New Zealand, in Australia, Canada, or Hong Kong, or Singapore, or all over the world, they have a chance now to create a product like, people, especially mama or grandma, they love crochet. Mga crochet, di ba?
Exactly.
So they can sell it on this particular portal.
Because they don't need to learn how to create a website, how to add a shopping cart on a website, how to maintain the website.
It's given.
Because they, most of them, they don't know how to.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're gonna hire a marketing company to to promote your product and so on. Well, like I said, the Filipino Shopping Network is like an Amazon.
Yeah.
It's a portal for any made in the Philippines products, made by Filipino products, can be sold at this website.
That's a good news for the Filipinos at home, way back home in the Philippines, and Filipinos abroad. They can now do business with the portal. Effective is going to be next year, Paul?
Well, the product, we're going to be opening the door first quarter of next year, maybe in February or March, right? So right now, that's the time that these products are going to start trickling in. And we're going to go in the studio, we're going to go live, we're going to go pre-recorded, we're going to do live to market these products.
Yeah, that's
so
nice.
and consumers can get the products 5 to 7 days, rather than months.
I remember when I was in Cebu, there were a lot of seashells industry in Cebu, and they've been exporting this seashell jewelries abroad, like Spain, U.S., and different parts of UK. And now they have an inspiration that these talented Filipino people can now again go back to its business on export through this particular hub or portal that we're talking about, Paul, right?
Right. And if anybody wants to inquire and learn more about this, they can send us an email, Filipino Shopping Network at gmail.com.
Filipino
Shopping Network at gmail.com. So if you have any questions that we haven't covered here, feel free to send us an email. But that's basically the idea. We're trying to, we didn't just limit it to the Philippines, but there are Filipinos overseas that's also making certain Filipino products that we could be selling in the market. And because like I said, most of these most of us have been affected by the pandemic, and we need to find a source of income. And if this is something that we can do, and this is something that we can help you market your product, then we're all helping each other, right?
Nice. By the way, sa mga nanonood po sa atin, mga late tuner, you're watching The Monitor ng PHLB Radio Las Vegas. And ito po ang Tanghalang Tapat. Ipinaabot po namin sa inyo because we want to be honest to what's going on around town and of course around the globe para sa mga kababayang walang kaba. And ito po naman ang Filipino Radio Experience in Las Vegas, PHLB Radio, 24 hours po kami. And kami po ay nagsisilbi para po naman sa mga kababayang walang kaba. All right. Now, Paul, you are now based in Los Angeles and you're very familiar with Pasadena and you're familiar with Glendale and you went to Target today, right? For shopping spree.
No, not shopping. No, not shopping. But yeah, I'm in Northeast Los Angeles. It's where Pasadena, Eagle Rock, Glendale area, basically. So yeah, I went to Target because I had to make a deposit, and to an ATM machine over there.
What's your observation sa mga nagsishopping sa Target today?
You know, the occupancy, I would say, it's probably about 50%, as you know.
50?
Percent, before COVID. I mean, before COVID, it's 100%. I mean, you got a lot of people there, but right now it's probably about 50%. Not a lot of people shopping right now, so there's plenty of parking space.
Are the people still complying with the law on we have to wear your mask, your shield, the face shield, and whatever? They're still complying with it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can say from my area, right, Eagle Rock, Glendale, Pasadena, they are wearing face masks and so on. But there are certain areas that still non-compliance. I mean, they think face mask is,
Yeah, pumapanik yung dumadami yung cases ng California because some I think they don't comply and they don't believe on what is being implemented. The law, especially against COVID-19. So, sa palagay mo, what's the situation now on COVID-19 in your area, especially Los Angeles, Paul?
Well, there's one thing that I'm going to suggest to you guys is if you want to know what's going on in your area, basically it is from burglary to infected people to accidents to burning house or whatever.
Wow.
There's an app called Citizen.
Citizen.
Right, it's right here, right?
All right.
So basically, this app will tell you how many incidents closed in your area, by within how far, by miles, 2 miles, 3 miles away, how many people are infected in your area, COVID infected in your area, and so on. So this app is called Citizen. Again, this is one way of knowing whether it's safe to be in a certain area and what areas not to go to because of certain incidents, accidents, or affected area. So like I can only speak for my area and from my opinion, my perspective, that we're doing pretty good here, pretty well. I mean, I didn't see any infected people in my area because we're all compliant. I mean, yeah. But the thing is that they stopped. The restaurants have been banned to have been stopped to have dining outside, patio dining.
So curb ordering na lang muna.
Pick up, delivery only.
Pick up lang. So, so the restaurants most of the time in your area, especially dyan sa Glendale, Pasadena, and Eagle Rock, most of it ay puro order na lang, walang dine-in.
Well, in Pasadena, they still have some dine-out, patio dining outside by the parking lot.
Okay.
Right? They still allow that because they have their own medical research and find out that there's not a whole lot of cases in their area, so they're more have the flexibility to have an open dining area.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people from Burbank, Glendale, Eagle Rock, and so on, Arcadia and whatever, goes to Pasadena to dine out.
That's how many miles, Paul? Again, I can't remember the distance between Pasadena and Eagle Rock.
Well, I live by the border of Eagle Rock and Pasadena, so it's only 3 miles away. Yeah, but it is. You have to understand that the restaurants are trying their best. They're going through hardship because, number one, they spent the money to build a fence, to fence out an area in a parking lot and get the tables and chairs outside.
Right.
With the tent, with the covering, with the umbrellas or whatever. They spent the money to get that to look nice and to have the ambiance. And so that you have a pleasant dining, and that was like what only about a month ago.
Okay, yeah.
But now they're asking the city is asking them to take it down. So they already spent that money. So you see what I'm saying? They're trying to recoup. They haven't even recouped probably their expense to pay for the fence around and the tents and all that stuff, right? Because you have to think about it. You're gonna have to put a fence around a certain part of the parking lot so you can serve, right? That fencing, the construction of that fencing has to be permitted.
Right.
Something that you can just do. It has to be permitted. Now those concrete medians, they usually put that out there too. So you have to call the city to get the city workers to put the forklift or whatever they need to bring concrete medians to protect you from cars driving by. Right? So all these things cost money. Well, what I'm trying to say is that now the restaurants are being told by the city to take it down because it's no longer safe to dine out. I don't know how they can last. I mean, as far as expenses and profit they're making.
I know that. The Filipinos in California are very much excited about the forthcoming celebration of the Christmas season with a reason. What do you think about what's happening now in your area? Are they ready for the Christmas celebration, Paul?
Every year, before COVID, every year I always get invited to a Simbang Gabi event. That's not happening anymore because we're not allowed to congregate.
Not anymore?
Well, you may have to congregate over Zoom. Right? You might have a Zoom Simbang Gabi. Right? Because that's not, you're not allowed to congregate or to be in a group area anymore. That's one of the laws here now. So, because usually by this time, we're already getting invitation and promoting the event. But I haven't seen any. So that's why,
talaga, Iba talaga ang ambience ngayon and the celebration. I don't know if yung mga lanterns, star lanterns, can you still see it displayed in the Filipino store? No.
Well, actually, last time, because Seafood City is only 2 miles away from me,
I know.
I went to Seafood City.
That's in Eagle Rock.
Yeah, in Eagle Rock and Eagle Rock Plaza, and they have these big paroles, right? Starting, they sell them for $280 to $400, right? They're the big ones, LED lights and everything.
Right.
And last time, the first time I saw them hanging, they probably had about 5 or 6 of them. Right now, they probably have 2 left. I saw them, about a few days ago. They will probably have 2 left, but people are buying them.
Yeah. Still, the spirit is there, huh?
Right.
Filipino.
Come next year, I'm going to sell you Christmas parole, for what? For $100, as big as the $400 ones that Seafood City is selling, because that's going to be on the Filipino Shopping Network.
Wow.
right?
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna try to make it more affordable for you guys to spend money and buy the products that you need from the Philippines, more affordable, faster, and so on.
Paul, I've read a clip here in Manila that most of the family gathering has been postponed.
Yep.
They don't want party because it's going to be a silent Christmas. I will not invite anybody, sabi nito, nung Ale, that you don't know who's infected. So Filipinos now in the 9th month of one of the world's longest pandemic lockdowns are facing more cruel blow, the loss of their biggest holiday, which is Christmas, Kasi for a few centuries make a big deal about Christmas in the Philippines, where it is also known as Pasko. And early September pa lang, shopping malls start playing carols. A 1960 album by Roy Conniff Singers is a particular favorite in the Philippines, right? Remember that? Mm-hmm. And by the time, if not either tens of thousands of overseas Filipino workers have usually booked flights para muwi to take home, them home for the holidays. But now, because of the coronavirus, Philippines braces to restrain 300,000 citizens returning from working abroad. So this month of December is a month-long series of noisy revelry, di ba? Pasko dito, kantahan dito, we enjoy the family, but the holiday is a very exuberant combination of customs and traditions from Philippine, American, Spanish, and Chinese cultures. But a lot of carolings, all over the Philippines. Papansin mo, we love children singing carols, right? And of course, star lanterns, late evening feasts, and a lot more activities in the Philippines. Now, dito sa mainland America, this is not a big deal for the talagang naturalized dito na mga puti. But Filipinos are still celebrating it in their own small way. Basta may pansit, larga na. Diba, Paul?
They are. I've noticed that Filipinos that they're still birthday celebrations. They still have friends and family coming over and so on. I don't know what to say, but you won't get it until you get it.
Yeah.
Or someone in your circle and your friends and family that have been infected. I personally know I have friends I have three friends who already passed away from COVID.
Wow.
So my direct friends, right? And it's not a friend of a friend. It's a friend I know
directly to you,
whom I've known for over a decade or 2 decades, right? So, like I said, you won't get it until you get it or someone else gets it. Someone will get it. And then that's the time that you start putting on and taking it more seriously. Yeah. It's just you just got it's a hard lesson to learn.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of reactions about the vaccine. Did you notice some reactions from the
right? Well, for the vaccines, I already bought stocks from from the pharmaceutical Moderna. But I already bought stocks from these pharmaceutical companies that already came up with a 94%, even higher now. Effective rate. As far as what I think about when are we going to get the vaccines? When is it going to come around to us? And this is something, by the way, the first month of COVID in February or March, the first month.
February, March.
I already told somebody, I see 2 people inside an elevator.
Ooh.
more than two people in elevator, and I'm right. Yeah, you can only fit two, maybe three people inside the elevator, and that's it. So I'm telling you guys this now. My prediction is that we're not going to get any vaccine. Us, locals, nobodies. We're not A-listers. We're not celebrities. We're not. Well, I don't know you, Rex. Maybe you're a celebrity, but we're not politicians. We're not the 1%. So by the time the vaccines will get to us, it's probably be around May, June, maybe July
next year.
So you still have about 6 months to make sure you're protected. Keep safe. Stay safe.
Stay safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's my prediction. You just gotta have to keep doing what you're doing to stay safe until May or June, because I think that's the time that the vaccines will come around to get us, because there's going to be a shortage in a lot of things. Right now, did you know that the toys at the LA port, Los Angeles port, on the Port of Authority, right? The shipping containers and so on, are being held back. They're not going to toy stores or any other stores to sell, because there's not enough 18-wheeler truck drivers to deliver, to pick up and deliver these toys from the shipyard to the stores. So that's why not a lot of kids are going to get their toys, the toys they want, or from overseas, is because of that. So think about that with the vaccine. There are we're in the millions of needles, hypodermic needles, and bottles, and vats of vaccine has to be produced to be distributed in the entire U.S. Not only the U.S., but also in other countries nearby, because Mexico's not coming up with a vaccine. Who's going to give them the vaccine? U.S. You know what I mean? So there are countries that don't have the capacity or the resource to disseminate the vaccines throughout their countries. So we're going to be supplying them too. So like I said, there's not going to be in time, or not enough, and there's always there's always going to be a delay. So don't be surprised if you don't get it in June or July. You may get it in August, September. So that's just my prediction. That's just.
Thank you for that prediction and assessment.
My insight. Yeah.
But, on the other hand, I've noticed yung mga iba't ibang mga products are coming from China. It could be contaminated. Kaya ingat tayo dun sa galing sa iba't ibang bansa na dumarating sa mainland America, especially dito sa mga ports with the container vans, right, Paul?
Well, I'm sure that these products are, by the time they hit the shipyard, and they might have to, spray it when they open shipping containers, but they transport it to put them in the pallets and drive off in the forklifts and so on. I'm sure they're probably being sprayed before loading into trucks and everything, because that's only the wise thing to do. Right?
And dito sa LAX, did you notice that there's a lot of passengers coming and out and traveling from one state to the other? Did you notice that? Yeah.
Not a lot of traveling. I mean, if you look at Tom Bradley, right? LAX Tom Bradley Airport. When you go inside,
Bradley,
you probably see a couple dozen passengers. Yeah. My ex-wife, my number two, she just went back to the Philippines 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
In fact, the reason why I went to the ATM, deposit some money, I sent her $130 so she can get my a copy of my Philippine birth certificate.
Yeah.
So I can apply for a Philippine citizenship and get a passport and so on. Because by next year, hopefully, we're done with COVID. I'd like to visit the operations with the Filipino Shopping Network.
Right.
I'd like to pay a visit to the buying and the shipping part of that in the Philippines. So I need to get a Philippine passport. But yeah,
Travel.
yeah, there, and she went back to the Philippines 2 weeks ago because her brother passed away, and so she went back for the funeral. She'll be back in January.
So the travelers are lesser if you compare it to a few years ago.
She was able to buy a business class seat on the airplane, and she sent me some pictures. And it's like, wow, I'm glad I bought this business. It was so affordable because it's affordable business class, right? He said like, well, make sure you're not moving in. You have to get off the plane when you land. I mean, because it's a cabin. She has like a cabin size seat.
Right.
Yeah, it's no longer just your regular seat because it's the waste. Nobody's using it, and it's an affordable price.
Yun, no? Malawak yan sa loob. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you have your own
Everything.
big thing. Like you can lay down and do whatever. I said just don't cook because you're not inside your cabin. It's an airplane.
And what was her feedback when she landed in Manila? Was there a lot of kuskus balongos with people in the government, especially in the quarantine pagdating? Kasi,
No, I'm sorry. I don't have any feedback from her. I didn't want to. As soon as she landed, I just want her to focus on her family funeral, and also I didn't want to say, oh, so how many people? I don't want to keep. I don't want to bother her for that.
Anyway, Paul, this is a very interesting part of our conversation dito sa The Monitor sa PHLV Radio Las Vegas. And by the way, I'm with Paul Mirador. He's based in Los Angeles, California, between Eagle Rock, Pasadena, and Glendale. Would like to talk about the Filipino Shopping Center kasi may nagtatext sa akin dito. They'd like to know more about what's the feature, what can they do for business. You've mentioned a while back a lot of those, but they want more information
About
the shopping center. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Filipino Shopping Network. What
network?
what's their question?
Ang question nila is how would they be able to make money?
Wait, are we live? I thought we were going.
We're recording, but people here, I'm giving them some broadcast on my cell phone so they can watch it and.
Okay. So I'm sorry. What was the question?
The question is, how would they be able to make money, especially with this business, when they send it to your office in Los Angeles, California, if they're coming from different parts of the world? Go ahead, Paul.
Are they the producer, the supplier?
The supplier.
Supplier?
Yeah, supplier.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, if you're in another country aside from the Philippines, if let's say, what did they say where they are?
From UK.
From UK. Okay. So let's say you have a product that you made. You're a Filipino, and you made a product, preferably culturally related to the Philippines and so on. You can think of it like an Amazon model. Right? There's a fulfillment by Amazon, which means they have the product in their warehouse and they ship it out to whoever buys it there's a fulfillment by merchant. Basically, it's drop shipping.
Yeah.
So, consumers buy the products from the website. The office, the Filipino Shopping Network, sends you the order, the supplier, and you fulfill it, meaning you ship it out from where you are at. So most likely, your consumers are coming from UK.
Yeah.
So you're going to be shipping to UK, UK to UK. You're shipping in your country. So that's what it is. Think of Filipino Shopping Network as your marketing department.
Okay.
Right. So there you go.
So
Did I answer the question?
yeah, I hope they would understand that. So it's actually like Amazon. Whenever you want to order something, if you're based in California, i-drop ship lang yun sa inyo. And marami ditong, may feedback ako rito. Can we also do some, sandali, blankets made in the Philippines?
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah. You know what's hot right now in Los Angeles? And I'll tell you this. What I mean by hot is what's trending right now in Los Angeles. I don't know about the other states, but in Los Angeles, what's trending right now are the tribal designs.
Ah, wow. Yung Moro. Yung mga Moro design, and also yung mga indigenous design ng Filipino. Right?
You got it. Tribal designs are hot right now. Whether tribal design jackets, tribal designs comforters, bed sheets, and so on. Right? So whatever's tribal face mask. What's hot right now? That's what's trending right now.
Wow. So the Baguio producers can be able, and they are now inspired while they're watching us, and the Mindanaoans and the Cebuanos and the Lakay in Ilocos Sur and Ilocos Region and in Bicol, and also in Vigan. There's a lot of Filipino products there, Paul.
Right.
Which they can promote it on this shopping network.
We're problem solvers. We're looking for solutions. We're looking for ways to help the Philippine economy, the suppliers, the producers, the people in the Philippines who are making these products. We want to be, because every product that we buy, there's a backstory behind it. Meaning to say that when you buy this handbag, Abaca-made handbag, you're helping a Filipino family buy their fishing boats.
Right.
There's a backstory behind it, and those are the people that we're looking for in the Philippines that we want to help. So that's how it works.
Yung mga hemp natin, yung mga plantation natin, especially mga byproducts in the Philippines, there's a lot of it. If you go to Luzon, to the Visayan region and Mindanao, napakarami. So this is a good chance for those who are producing these products, and then try to check on the network. Again, can we have your email address again, Paul, so we can open it up?
Sure. The website is FilipinoShoppingNetwork.com. Filipino, no S. So FilipinoShoppingNetwork.com. The email address is FilipinoShoppingNetwork@gmail.com.
Right. Okay.
Now, I'll tell you the pros and cons, Rex. If you have a website in the Philippines selling the Philippine products, right? What is your website doesn't end at .com. Your website ends at .ph. Right?
Right.
When was the last time you and I typed in a website with a .ph?
Tagal na yun. Huh?
Almost never. How many people type in .com?
A lot of people.
You're getting a lot more exposure with the Filipino Shopping Network in different countries because it's a .com.
It's a .com.
Right? You're getting a lot more people. There are more people in the U.S. from California to New York to Alaska to Hawaii. You're getting a lot more exposure. So if you used to be selling 10 items a day of our certain products, well, be ready that you'd be selling 100 products a day or be shipping 100 products a day because you're exposing your product to the world.
Right. Now, you've mentioned about the Department of Food and Industry or DFA. May mga gumagawa na mga Filipino dito sa Las Vegas na mga atsara. Alam mo ba yung atsara? Yung...
Yeah.
Yan.
Yeah.
Kailan makakaroon ng permit for the DFA so we can also sell those products?
Yeah, well, that's I know someone who makes their own achara. Actually, he gave me a bottle, right? So, try it out, see what you know. And I know someone who I haven't heard from him after that, but he sells his achara. It's Philippine made, and he made it here. He's a cook here. He's actually one of the cooks in Noy Pit's restaurant here in Glendale back then. But those type of products are sold by referrals only.
Referrals.
Because you don't have a permit or a license, or it's not approved by the FDA, right? So you can't sell that achara that you homemade into Seafood City, Island Pacific, or any Filipino market, right? So you can only sell that on your, by your own website and in your own ways.
Feral.
Until you apply for a permit or a license. But then again, you have to pay for that, and you got to know how to market it.
I opened it up because I would also like to help the Filipinos who are striving, working at home, for especially mga local dito sa Las Vegas or sa Glendale or sa LA. But we can help you broadcast that dito sa PHLV Radio para naman meron tayong income. Diba?
Sure. I mean, as far as the PHLV in Vegas, if anybody inquire about, there's a Filipino family makes certain product in Vegas, and they want to know how they could, get their product sold. Whether it's food, whether it's their home cooked meals, whether it's an outfit, an apparel, jewelry, we can post it on our website, and then anybody places an order. We'll send the order to the supplier. They produce it, they ship it. There you go. But and like I said, if you need help with photography, ship it to us with a return envelope, paid return envelope, and we'll ship it back to you as soon as we take photos of it.
Wow.
So we'll upload it in our site.
That's good. Anyway, we're in the last part, few minutes of this show on the PHLV Radio, The Monitor. Maybe you have some parting words or maybe advice to our Filipino community, especially dito sa mainland America, Paul.
Well, the only advice that I can tell you is that stay safe, keep staying safe. You're only 6-7 months away for the vaccine, and hopefully it'll get to us by that time. And right now, I have a friend who his daughter just passed away a few days ago, having a GoFundMe funeral campaign right now. I sent him a message. I donated some money into his GoFundMe account. Like I said, you don't get it until you get it. It's a hard lesson to learn, but it doesn't need to be. You can just wear the mask. Don't go out, don't go anywhere unless it's necessary. Don't even walk the dog. I mean, 2 days ago, I went to I drove by a dog park, and I see a lot of people congregating with their dogs.
Wow.
A lot of people are not, they're there. I mean, they're not like they're congregating, right?
Oh, social distancing.
Yeah, no social distancing in a dog park. Hello. It's one of those unnecessary places or things to do. Or wherever you're going, you don't need to.
Yeah.
And if you can't even stay at home long enough. I mean, I feel bad for you if you commit a crime, because jail is not going to be pretty good for you.
Crazy.
When you get to spend time in jail, you're not even leaving a cell.
Right. Agree.
So anyway, no, kidding aside, just stay safe. That's all I can say. Just be disciplined enough to practice social distancing and wear a mask.
Okay. Anyway, Paul, your parting words on this particular show. Go ahead, Paul.
Can I pitch one more thing? Can I pitch one more thing, Rex?
Sure. Go ahead, Paul.
Guess what I have here?
Whoa.
One of my other business. It's called mycontingencyplan.com. This is my gift basket that I'm putting together right now. I've got a bunch of them over there. Right. And what this is like your emergency disaster supply kit. So, inside this emergency disaster kit is like your safety goggles, first aid kit, hand sanitizers. You have your flashlight. You have your, you got about 17 items in this gift bag or gift ammo gift box.
Yes.
So, you can have this in the car. If you want to put this in a backpack, you can put it in a backpack. But this is an emergency disaster emergency kit, and I'm going to be selling these. I've got a bunch of them over there. I'm going to be selling these online on this website.
How much would it be?
My emergency kit, my emergency disaster, mycontingencyplan.com.
Right.
Well, there are light sticks in here. There are, there's so many things that in here that not a lot of people can find or have time to put one together. So if you're one of those people that don't have the time to put one together, you can get this online. But it's going to cost a lot of money. I don't know a lot, but I don't know how much it costs to ship. But if you're local, I'll just deliver it to you. If you're local to Glendale, Eagle Rock, Pasadena, in LA, basically.
Yeah, kindly plug your phone number, Paul.
818-618-8108.
All right.
Right. Save the shipping cost. I'll deliver it to you guys. Say if you order now, it's $40. If you order tomorrow, it's $45.
Anyway, Paul Mirador, salamat. Thank you very much for being with us today. And the monitor is still alive and kicking here on PHLV Radio. We'd like to thank you, Paul, for being with us and giving us an insight, especially business for the Filipinos. And sa ngalan po ng PHLV Management with Yosay Son, and sa mga kasambahay po natin like Treo on the engineering and sa audio, Jana, and the rest of our anchor persons po dito sa PHLV Radio 24/7. Ito po naman ang inyong abang lingkod. Sa ngalan po naman ay Paul Mirador and the rest of our listeners and followers dito sa PHLV Radio. Ito po ang inyong abang lingkod, Rex Ricarte po lamang. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay ka, Filipino.
From your PHLV radio family, Merry Christmas and all the best in the coming year.
Merry Christmas from your friends at PHLV Radio.
Just like a friend from back home.
Hi, this is Josie Harrison, the mother of Joe Coy. Listen to a Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.
PHLV Radio.